Welcome on all to more Trails in the Sky, second chapter. Last time we left off, we took on a bit of a minor side quest and kind of started some plot. Now we're going to continue the plot. Oh, Zen, come back to library again. Yes, Yakumo. It seems I'll be here for a while again. You seem pretty busy yourself. Of course we are. After all, we've got a pack sighting approaching. Sorry if I don't have time to bother with you for a while. Just want to check out the area. I'm also going to run around at Bronia's embassy doing that delivery here. Okay, now let's go meet the ambassador. Alright, let me introduce you. Yes, come in. Pardon us, Elsa. Ah, Zen Vatic. I cannot pronounce Zen's last name. Hello, come in. Last I heard, you returned to Calvard. What's an old dog like you doing back here in Gronsel? Oh, well, let's just say this old dog had a trick or two more to show off. I'll likely be in Librel for a while. As to be expected of an A-rate bracer, I suppose. You never let up, do you? So, who sits with you? It's a pleasure to meet you, ma'am. I'm Estelle Bright of the Bracer Guild. These are our, assistants, Olivier Lindheim and Chloe Rins. A pleasure, Ambassador. It's a pleasure to meet you, Ambassador. It's a pleasure. The pleasure's mine. I'm Elsa Cochran, Calvard's Ambassador to Librel. I get the feeling this is a bit more than a social call, though. I'm afraid so. The letter, yes. You're helping the Royal Army investigate the matter, then? Technically, yes. Threats of terrorism aren't exactly something the Guild can ignore either, though. Would you mind helping us out? I suppose. Well, we're well stuck into the situation after all. What would you like to know? To start with, do you have any idea who might have sent the letter? Like, does anyone from the Republic oppose the signing of the pact, or... Well, of course. You're looking at one, after all. Huh? Elsa, please. Try not to tease the kids too much, yeah? Well, truth's the truth, then. I'm pretty sure I've chewed your ear off about Urbonia enough for you to know what I think, Well, yes. Yeah, still, Miss Bright, don't misunderstand me. President Rocksmith and Parliament have already approved the pact. My personal feelings won't get in the way of my job. Right. Is there anyone else from Calvard who might oppose the pact? Oh, certainly, there are tiny groups, though. And to be honest, there's no reason to oppose it anyway. No reason? I don't quite follow. It's not worth bothering. The pact doesn't have any practical effect. It's simply agreeing to a statement, we shall not rely on violence to solve international problems and negotiate instead. It's more of a declaration than anything else, but... It's a little more than a promise which can be broken without consequence, save a loss of face, no. Precisely, the worst they could do would be to rally other countries against the aggressor. Now, it's true that the relations between Abronia and Calvard have gotten even worse than usual over the past decade. So there is some value in establishing Librel as a place where we can negotiate, but again, who'd bother opposing that? Yeah, it does seem like the thing you'd send a bunch of doesn't seem like the thing you send a bunch of threatening letters about. Well, Ambassador Cochran, if you don't believe someone from Calvard is the perpetrator, then whom do you suspect? Well, my gut, of course, tells me the blame it's all on the Arbronians, the militaristic Hawk faction specifically. But frankly, even they have the new engine on the line. They aren't so stupid as to cut off their noses to spite out their face. The new engine? Wait, you mean the one from the aerosol? Yes, an engineering sample will be provided to both Calvard and Urbonia. It'll happen right after the sighting, in fact. Whoa. As to be expected of Queen Alicia. She holds both the Empire and Republic in the palm of her hand. Yes, I have to admit, she's handled this masterfully. That cutting-edge engine is going to birth a whole new generation of airship designs. And Alicia is practically handing it out so long as you sign this agreement and play nice with each other, at least for a while. Even the most testosterone poison ninnies among the Arbonian Hawks wouldn't want to miss this chance. Yeah, I guess. Which means, of course, that the possibility of either the Republic or the Empire interfering directly is pretty low. Indeed. I'm sorry I can't be of more help. No, you were a big help. Just being able to cross suspects off the list helps us a lot. Well, speaking of which, though, we'd like to ask you about something else. Harold Hayworth, the merchant from Crossbell. I can't say it rings any bells. I'm sorry. He's never visited the embassy, at least. Darn. Oh well, thanks. I do remember that Crossbell sits directly between Urbonia and Calvert. However, you may want to inquire at the Urbonian Empire embassy as well. Okay, thanks, Ambassador, and thanks for being so open with us. You're quite welcome. I'm glad I could help. By the way, you said your name was Estelle Bright. You wouldn't happen to be Brigadier General Bright's daughter? Oh, you know my dad? Of course. The heroic vanquisher of the Imperial Army is now the head of Liberal's Royal Army. I've heard he had a daughter, but I didn't expect to meet her like this. Well, I'm just kind of an inexperienced newbie myself still. You're off to a good start then, I think. We at the embassy have relied on the guild a number of times in the past. Should the time come again, I hope you'll aid us, Miss Bright. Well, if the chance comes up, sure. Well, we'll see you around. Okay, that's one embassy down. And not much and a little bit of information gleaned. Oops. And I got stuck up on the fence. Now let's head to the other one. The Urbonian Embassy, also known as those assholes that invaded us 10 years ago. Hello, Brigand. You've been well, I hope. I live here. Where in the hell have you been? I've been places. What's wrong? What's wrong, he says. You've been totally incommunicado ever since you went to Elmo. Major Vander's about ready to throw you out a window. Well, he wishes to launch me like a love rocket. Adorable. Oh, Olivier. Did you seriously forget to tell Mueller in the embassy you were with us? When wandering the roads hunting for love, one must be discreet and secretive. Well, Brigand, may we enter? I can't say no to you, but who's with you? We're from the Bracer Guild. We'd like to ask the ambassador a few questions, if that's okay. We thought we'd try having Olivier introduce us. Okay. Well, there shouldn't be any problem with letting you in, then. Welcome to the Urbonian Embassy. Do remember the embassy is Urbonian soil, so be careful, yeah? We will be. So get the fancy music up in her. This is quite the building. Whoa, this place definitely matches the Calverdian Embassy in terms of fanciness. Grandiose and yet powerful at the same time, and it's very imperial if nothing else. It is a stage upon which the Empire can parade its influence and power. Alas, the actors are unequal to the set dressing. You realize Lord Koenig would hit the roof if he heard you say that. I'm going to murder your face, you stupid little blonde asshole! Oh my most bosom companion! It has been an age. Are you well, dear Mueller? I would be better if I could cut you in half and be done with it. I told you again and again to ensure we were constantly aware of your location and you. But it's a tactic in the war of love. Did you know absence makes the heart grow fonder? Estelle Bright, you have my thanks. I can only imagine the trouble this idiot's been causing you. Actually, he hasn't been too bad, I guess. He's been really well-mannered, comparatively. Well, ignoring that lunatic, I presume you have business here at the embassy? Well, yes, sir. I'd like to speak with the ambassador. The letter, right. I'd been somewhat concerned myself, but I'm surprised the guild is acting. This is a request from Brigadier General Bright in the Royal Army, I take it. Technically, yes, but we're trying to investigate it as neutrally as we can, you know. Nobody's guilty till proven, that kind of thing. Commendable mindset. No doubt why he chose you. Very well, let's introduce you to Lord Ambassador Koenig. I suspect you'll find it easier to gain his trust if I do the introduction as opposed to a certain someone. Really, thanks, Mueller. Well, yeah, thanks. Thank you, sir. Wait, you have so little faith in me? Thought we had faith in you for this? If you introduce us, you'd probably want to have us kicked out. Sorry, Olivier. The sting of being forsaken. The sting of truth, maybe. Lord Kranig's in his office on the second floor. I shall announce your arrival. Give me a moment. We will wait then. Yeah, it's a tiny little bedroom. Another little bedroom. Oh, look. Hey, it's been a while, Olivier. Are those your guests? Indeed, one could call them guests. I'm more inclined to think of them as my soulmates. Our days spent together have been so tender, so sweet. I feel so merely call this force love. This is a disservice to our bond. Is that not so, Estelle? My, what does that mean? You've dumped Mueller? My head hurts. I think I'm starting to understand Mueller's suffering. I was like, why? Why this man? All the books in this room are published in library. To learn about someone's nation is start with their culture. You're free to read them, but please put them back when you've found them once you're done. Close to the Imperial City of the Library borders is a place called Parm. I'm actually from there, by the way. It's close to Bose, which makes it convenient to return home for trips. Of course, it's not so convenient to visit the Imperial capital from there. There aren't any public scheduled liners in Ebonia, so I have to switch over to the railway system. Hey, Olivier, I heard you went to the hot springs. I'm so envious. I've been working until I'm dead on my feet, getting ready for the signing. So this is the office, wow. Indeed. Shall we make our grand entrance and shock the ambassador into silence? Mueller can totally cut you in half, you know. I apologize for the wait. Lord Kranig will see you now. Let's go then. Welcome to the Ebonian Embassy guest. I am Lord Davil Kranig, the duty-appointed ambassador and voice of the Empire in this land. I am a Stelbright of the Bracer Guild. Zen Vatik of also the Guild. I am Chloe Wren, second-year student of the Genus Royal Academy, assistant to the Bracers. And I am the servant of love and peace, Olivier Lindheim. You! I heard you gone missing in Elmo Village. Try not to worry Mueller further, Olivier. Or me, for that matter. Such a strict dressing down. Much more, and I'll have to lose my jacket. Setting that aside, you're here to inquire about the threatening letter, yes? What do you want to know? Well, I'll be direct, sir. Do you have any idea who might be behind the letter? Is there anyone from the Empire who might oppose the signing of the pact? My, you are direct, young Bracer. I appreciate that. I can tell you truthfully, however, I can think not of no such person. His Majesty is very happy with the pact as it stands, in fact, and no one within the Empire would be foolish enough to naysay his leadership on such a matter, of course. Yeah, I bet. So you think this is the work of someone outside the Empire, then? Well, what other answer could there be? If you want my opinion, it's the opposition party in Calvert behind all this, some silly ploy to make the president look bad, no doubt. The opposition doing whatever it pleases. This is a perfect example of the fallacies of a mob rule. Huh? I have to question that, your lordship. Don't get me wrong, our major political parties basically beat each other over the head anytime they can, but even if the pact fell apart due to this, I don't think anyone could blame it on President Rocksmith. Details, you think the mob thinks like that? Puh. All I can say for certain is that the person issuing those threats cannot be from our empire. That should be more than enough assurance for you. Well, excuse me, Lord Kranich. May I ask what Chancellor Osborne's opinion on the non-aggression pact is? What? A flawless reproach, Louis. Huh? The highest appointed official of our most glorious and august imperial government, the blood and iron Chancellor, Gillett Osborne. His nickname comes from his personal motto, our nation's peace must be swift on the foundation of blood and iron. He has overseen the expansion of the rail system as well as our annexation of several smaller states on our borders, though through less than diplomatic means. Annex? What you mean he? Olivia, how can you criticize your empire's chancellor? Oh, but Davil, how was I criticizing? I simply stated the facts. But come now, it wouldn't hurt to be a bit more cooperative, no? We've already spoken with the lovely Ambassador Cochran over at the Calvert Embassy. She was quite helpful, you see. What? Why, if we don't help these people now, they'll give them cause to doubt the character of Arbonia. That would be a tragedy, wouldn't you agree? Ugh. My Lord Kranich, there's no need to keep information related to this hidden. May I humbly suggest being open in this case will not present a problem? You have a point, Mueller. Very well. To answer your question, Chancellor Osborne, like His Majesty, is most receptive to the pact. And in fact, I hear he actually was the one who suggested His Majesty should sign it. Really? Is it because he looks forward to getting the engine right? No, apparently he recommended it to His Majesty before any mention of the engine. If anything, I'm glad there is harmony at home over this pact. There has been no pressure for us to negotiate. Hate to say it, Estelle, but it's looking like there really isn't any chance of someone from the Empire. Yeah, it looks that way. Ambassador, thanks a lot for answering our questions. It is as I said. If you're looking for a guilty party, you should look elsewhere. Oh, but one sec. If you don't mind, I have one more question. Yes, the most pitiable situation is separation of a parent of a child from her parents. Imperial traders do visit the embassy at times, but a merchant from Crossbell, I do not recall such a man, no. Are you familiar with the Hayworth Mueller? No, I've never heard of the man either. Oh, really? This is starting to look kind of grim. To search at once for both a blackmailer and a lost child's parent sounds most trying. It may be tried, but I do wish you luck, young lady. Thanks, Mr. Lord Kranich. Allow me to show you to the gate, then. I imagine you must be having a difficult time trying to find the culprit. Though I suppose if there's some clue, any clue at all, we wouldn't be in the position we're in now. Still, don't hesitate to let us know if we can be of assistance. Thanks, Mueller. Talking with the ambassador was a big help. No, you don't need to thank me. I didn't do anything important, really. Besides, this is a problem affecting all our nations. We should be working together. Indeed. I do hope we can solve this. Olivia, you're awful quiet. That's nothing. I simply lost in reverie at the moment. It doesn't concern our current business. Pay me no mind. Okay. Olivia, you'll be staying here at the embassy in the evenings while you're in Groundsel, yes? Hey, where else? I would not miss a chance to have more sweet dreams in your bed as always. What? Oh my. Stop with the jokes before you give the ladies too many ideas and images. Push those jokes too far and I may have to spear you upon the embassy flagpole. That's a direction I should approach from. You teach me more every day. Alternatively, I could just cut you in half right here. I'm fairly sure I can explain it to Lord Kranich. That would be rather less lovely. Forgive the joke, my friend. So, that's how you keep Olivia under control. Maybe I should write this down. I say they match each other perfectly myself. It's a terrifying thought. Yeah, well, regardless, I shall pardon myself here. Good luck with the rest of your investigation. Thanks again, Mule. With the embassies out of the way, all that's left is desirable news. Hopefully Nail or someone will be able to help us. Hopefully, shall we be off? And with that, we're gonna end the episode. I know there's a lot of plot stuff, that's why I kinda wanted to get some gameplay in the last episode. But this episode's going on for a bit long, so I'm gonna end it all here. I'll see you next time as we hit the last two locations in Liberal News and Gransel Castle. Till next time, everybody.